Welcome back, everybody, to Magnolia on Money. This is Ed Cox with your weekly market and economic update. So today, I'm going to update you on where we are in the markets, talk about that a little bit, and then also talk about commodities and why, when you go to the grocery store and you go out and you buy some new clothes or whatever you're out purchasing, it feels like, you know what? They're saying that inflation's 7.5%, 8%. It feels a lot more like double digits, in things that we're purchasing. Um, and so we're going to talk about that and look at commodity prices. So I wanted to explain that as we move forward. But before I get into that, let's talk about the market. So the S&P 500, which is the U.S. equity market, is a good benchmark for us to use. That's what I always use typically here on the show. So the stock market that most people look at is the S&P 500. It's down about 7.5% this year, but the markets as a whole, the equity market, seems to be found a floor, and we're seeing still a lot of volatility, but it seems to really have found a floor. Now we'll see how that goes from here. Hopefully, we'll start moving more towards the positive note by mid-year. The interesting part is the bond market, which is the aggregate bond market. U.S. bonds are down about 8.5%, which is more than stocks. And typically when the markets are volatile and stocks are down, typically bonds are your safe haven. They're the ones holding tight and are doing good. So a lot of that's being due towards the interest rate rise is the main reason for that you're seeing. And that, once again, that's the Fed coming in, raising rates, and trying to reduce their balance sheet. And so you're seeing that the bonds are actually acting, inversely to what we would typically see them in this type of equity environment. So that's why you saw our portfolios early this year. We moved to very short, ultra short duration bonds in preparation for interest rate hikes, which cause bond prices to go down. So we're going to continue to monitor that, and the stock market hopefully will start marching in the other direction. But once again, it seems to have kind of found a floor. Now on to inflation and commodity prices. So like I said earlier, when you go to the store and you feel like, golly, milk is up a lot more than 7.5%. Eggs. When I go buy clothes, they're a lot higher than the Fed is saying, and where we're getting reports that inflation's at 7.5%. Seems a lot higher than that. So I'm gonna show you guys a slide. Let me swap over here. Get my little pointer so you can see where I'm at. So these are some of the commodities that we track: soybeans, and this is the day, month. But I really want us to concentrate on a year. So if you look, soybeans up 17, wheat, which that is a Russia-Ukraine issue, that invasion called that to really go up. Cotton, orange juice, coffee, oats. That's another big one there. 94% increase in a year. Corn. I mean, everything we buy out there typically, has one of these things in it. Rubber. Just look at rubber's up 21% in a year. That's huge. Rubber's in all kinds of things. Cotton's in all kinds of things. When you look at sugar's up over 22%. So this was as of Monday, I believe, is when I pulled this. So when you go to the store and you're not crazy, things are more expensive than the 7.5% that's being pushed out there. And I think the Fed's being very aggressive, a lot more aggressive than a lot of people thought at the beginning of the year because of this. I mean, we've got to get these these cost increases, under control. But anyway, I hope this helped. I hope this kind of helped you understand where we are and why things are, when you go to the store, why they're so overpriced compared to what they're reporting that inflation really is. And so when you look at it and go to the store and look, compare to what I just showed you, that milk's up, what was it, where do we have milk was up 38%. So take a look at it compared to what you normally pay. See if it's close to that. The one that is going down is the lumber. Lumber this year is starting to come back down from the beginning of the year. And so we're starting to see some of this Fed rate hikes filter in. New home purchases starting to slow down. So it's starting to take bite, and the Fed's really being more aggressive. And we'll see how it goes. I'm going to continue to monitor this. I'll bring this up again. We'll check it out in about, I don't know, maybe a month or two and see where these numbers are. So hope this helps. And once again, y'all have a great week. God bless. And we'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.